It seems that once the sellers ran out of ammo, no more stock left to sell, the buyers ran right back in. Buy, 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 buy. Dow surging 440 points. S&P pole vaulting 2.01%. NASDAQ soaring 2.71%.
House of pleasure.
So how do we explain this incredible rebound, even as the averages did give up some of their gains in the last half hour of trading? It's easy enough to argue that things are simply better than we think, and that's definitely a part of it, but not the whole thing. It doesn't explain the broad base of this rally. We had a dramatic decline in tech late last week and yesterday. Those same tech stocks roared higher today. No surprise there. Last night I told you these sell-offs tend to last 3 days, and then tech bounces back. That's exactly what happened. What shocked me, though, was the incredible buying in the industrials, the retailers, and the railroads, the last being really surprising.
All aboard!
In other words, we had a rally in both the COVID stocks and the recovery stocks. When nearly everything goes up, you'll hear people claim, oh, well, then it's therefore it's the Fed, or people betting on a stimulus package, or mindless dip buyers. I think those explanations miss the mark. How do we figure out the real driver of this move? First, let's go over what we know for sure. There's a semiconductor company. You may not know it. I think it's important. I often joke that it sounds like Qorvo. Its name is Qorvo. Qorvo, with a ton of exposure to Wi-Fi, the Internet of Things, and smartphones, especially 5G. Now, last night, in a quiet moment that people weren't thinking about, Qorvo pre-announced some absurdly better than expected numbers, and their product portfolio is so broad that it caused a ton of positive pin action. Strike! What comes to mind? Well, think the other cell phone chip makers that have been the leaders of this market. I'm talking about Skyworks Solutions, NXP, New Friel Communications. How about Qualcomm? We know them as the king of cell phones. Think about the industrial chip makers. And there you got Texas Instruments and Analog Devices on recently telling a good story. You can even extrapolate to Cramer faves, AMD, and NVIDIA. The latter is always in the conversation, and it's not because it's just a dog. Those are the two most important semiconductor companies in this entire market, if you ask me. Not to mention Broadcom. Now, Broadcom, AVGO, they had the misfortune of reporting when I wasn't around. And what a fantastic quarter they had. Now, same goes for Marvell, another one of my favorites. These are all Action Alerts names. That's a 5G play, just like Qorvo. And that delivered a huge quarter that also fell through the cracks during the sell-off. I wasn't here. I was busy in the tomato plants. Doing the tomato plants. What can I do? Got locked out of the house because I spent too much time with the tomato plants. Now, the pin action doesn't stop here. You also got to consider the end markets. If Qorvo's moving lots of chips, well, can't we just presume that cell phones around the world must be in good shape? In the last few days, bearish analysts have mauled Apple. They've been all over it with their cells, and it's not as good as it used to be, and all that nonsense. Well, guess what? Wait till you wake up tomorrow, and you will see so many people bulling Apple because Qorvo gave it a reason to rebound.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.